Hi, my name is Mirabel Wigon. I'm an artist and educator living in the San Joaquin Central Valley of California. I'm really excited to share my work with you today and show you around my studio just a little bit. And I think it's really important to talk about process, how one might go about making a painting, particularly how I go about making a painting. For me, play is super important. And, lately I've started making these color swatches. And from there, I jump over to making these color studies. And I found that this has been really pivotal for my practice to prioritize my immediate feelings. Um, and that actually allows for intuition to take hold. And I think, in a way, capture a genuine reaction or at least a genuine interaction with the work as I'm developing it. And to speak a little bit about intuition, intuition maybe is perhaps one of the most important things on top of play. You might call it improvisation. And so, in many ways, I think my paintings start out with this macro structure, and I play a lot with that color to generate a particular mood, but then the paintings start to collapse and that macro structure disappears, and then I keep building upon it. Um, and then all of a sudden it comes back together again. And I think it's really important to allow for that immediacy of that experience, to allow that feeling to come through. And in my work in particular, it's very important because my work is so directly informed with my lived experience and being in my environment and how I navigate space. Um, and I think being able to allow for that, you know, informed experience to come back in, or an analog to that in how I make the painting, is really important. Um, I think in a lot of ways, rather than trying to directly articulate or capture these sort of spaces that I live through, rather I'm trying to generate a feeling about how I'm navigating those spaces. And my process has really developed to kind of hone in on that genuine interaction. And so, yeah, you get a sense of it. I'd like to tour you around the space in just a minute. Yeah, so you can see here that I have this painting where this macro structure is starting to collapse, and then I'm building back onto it with these subsequent layers. And actually, in the studio, I like to have works in progress next to works that are completed. And I think it creates this sort of dialogue between various series or lines of thought. And so as you pan to the left, you can see how the work starts to shift from one direction to another. And I think it's just important for me, especially, to be surrounded by all aspects of my work so that um, it helps me generate new lines of inquiry. Although it's a bit of a small space, I think it's actually the best sort of space for my needs.